Just bear with me for a second while I advertise everywhere and let the ads play out for people who showed up on time. Here we go. So, good morning everyone. I'm Princess VTuber Regular Level on. We're going to do a rerun of Original Generations on Ryusei's route. This time, first of all, my stream setup is like a lot better than it was the last time I did the OG1 portion. So I thought it'd be nice to have like a better rerun. Second, since this is one of the only games that that has like full math for it known, we're going to go like full spreadsheets and talk about how the game actually works at a fundamental level. And I'll of course be going for the skill points and everything related to it. And as you can see, I have a new model. Because I wanted something summary and I thought, what's fitting for a Princess Knight? And then I thought there's one particular piece of armor it's just right. Oh, nice line in the FMV there. I've switched to using the nightly version of Sony PC, and it's a little bit janky. I'm not going to voice act this, I'm just going to read it at my pace. Because otherwise it takes forever. So, I don't know why there's a line in the middle of the FMV. That's really weird. There doesn't seem to be one in this one, but okay. So I have like a lot of image slides and stuff prepared that go over both the characters and the math and stuff, so you'll see that once we get into actual characters. But all of the character slides were actually done by Miss Midori in my chat, and that meant that I could spend time doing things like setting this up to work properly and making other slides about math, so I am very grateful about that. So thank you. Oh, why are you vibrating? I thought I turned vibration off. Oh boy, it's not in any of the places that I would expect it to be. Because normally I would think that it would be in the controllers segment, but it isn't. I know it. Hold on. Settings. Vibration scale 0%. There we go. Okay. Let me find my flowchart to know what's going on. What have you realized? Go on. You mean as in there isn't one, or there is one but it's really bad? Because this game does have a tutorial. Most Super Wars games do. It's just not there as soon as you hit, like, start the game. It's usually in a different spot. Yeah. Oh, you mean the in-text thing? Yeah. It's actually not that uncommon in Japanese games to have like a glossary term, like a lot of PSX games did. And in this case, it's just in the text, which is convenient. But like Alpha has a glossary, I'm pretty sure. Man, okay. So this is not incorrect. However, the GBA localization by Atlas makes this line way better, because instead of sounding all cocksure, Elzem's response is, "It has arms, does it not?" And it's like, oh shit, this guy's awesome. And like, it's way less like cocky, it's more, like much more understated and confident. Okay, let me transform stream unit, yes. Okay, so speed up. Search. No, Elzem isn't cocky, he's confident, right? Because like someone who is cocky is like too sure of themselves, whereas Elzem actually is that good. How do I? Oh, it's out here. Okay. Oh, I could have just turned vibration off from here. Whoops. We're going to do an immediate save because the skill point for this is to defeat all enemies within 4 turns. And that's not as easy as you might think it is. Because... oh, I can't scan them. Okay. Okay, so on the next turn they start moving, but the trick here is that I need to make sure that I'm not within, I think it's range 5 of any of them, because that's where they can shoot out to, and if they can shoot then they won't move. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay, so... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if I go here, I should get them to group up. There's 5, right? Yeah, okay. Glad I remembered that and not something actually useful. Two, three, four, 5. Okay, so I can move here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which should lure them into melee range. Because I think they move 5, which means that they can melee you at range 6. Unless that one moves there. Okay, please get a crit. Bugger. This is turn 4, right? Yeah, and they won't... Let's try this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, okay. Oh, okay, they don't move that far. So there's our first reset right away. Actually, does this have a... Let me just check something. I think this game has a built-in glossary. Yeah. So this has a full glossary of everything you've seen, which is quite common for Super Robot Wars games. I know Alpha has one. But Alpha, because it was a PSX game, it didn't let you, like, open keywords in text to view it right there. Actually, wait a minute. Does this game not have a tutorial? Because I know OG's Gaiden does. Maybe it's in the manual something. I feel like Civilization might have done that in its Civilopedia. Oops. That's not how you turn off animations in this game. I wonder if I move to, like, here, if that would... No, because they don't start moving until the turn after this, so... Oh, they do start moving this early, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if I move here, I can get one of them to come and melee me. Good. Okay. That critical means that I now basically can't screw this up. There we go. Okay. This skill point doesn't give you PP because you don't actually have any pilots at this point. They give +5 PP to all pilots you currently have, so they're very, very strong in addition to working as the difficulty system. It's like, as opposed to like a paltry amount of money, they're very worth going for in this game. Actually, it might even be 10 skill point, 10 PP. If that's the case and I'm remembering correctly, that's wacky because SP regen only costs like 80 PP in this game. Man, I didn't really think about it at the time, but Ryusei being like, oh, I might skip college and just go straight to working is like really meaningful in like a Japanese context. They don't do this very often, but I really like that the OG's games took advantage of having 3D maps to do stuff like this. Ryusei being like, I love super robots, but then he has the literal, like, Gundam origin story is really funny. So something funny about this stage is that because it's on hard mode due to me getting that skill point, normally Kai and two TFF soldiers, AFN, would show up to assist you, but because it's on hard mode, they don't. Okay, so let me, okay, we've got Ryusei, so let me just jump over to, where, my image is at, I'll just add one. That's quite big. There we go. Actually, I might just put it over the screen so you can see in full. So, and I need to open it on my own screen because otherwise it's really, really tiny since I run OBS in this like itty bitty segment. So Ryusei is a fairly typical kind of protagonist type character. You can see under his stats, you can't actually see my mouse, that's okay. You can see under his stats, he starts fairly balanced but tilts heavily into melee focus, which is kind of rough early on when he keeps getting forced into a ranged unit, but it comes in useful later. He has a fairly typical like hybrid style spell list. There's nothing really bad or wrong with him. And even his TK level grows up fairly quickly. Now his telekinesis is plus what's the slide? I wrote all of this down. Yeah, telekinesis is plus 3% accuracy and evade bonus starting from level 2. So at the moment, he only has TK1, so no benefit, but he does reach TK8 and he reaches it at level 39. So in the right unit, he can actually max out at TK9, which you normally can't do. And he has a laundry list of relations, which are quite powerful. They're even stronger in OG2, but we don't care about that. So let's turn you off. Okay. And what do we have? Split missile and make. Okay, so. And do you get nerfed to the end or you're fine in the end? Right. So move over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That will fasten the move, which is what I want. There we go. I'm really sad that in later games they changed the AI noise, because it's really cool. Okay, that should be good enough to get the defeat within 2 turns. There. Hold on a minute. I'm getting some like weird input lag, and I'm not sure if it's actually just the game or if it's it's something to do with the setup on the nightly, but it may just be the game. Oops. Oh. Okay, it is plus 5 PP, but that's still really good, since SP regen is like 80 PP in this game for some reason. I'm pretty sure this and OG's Gaiden are the last games where SP regen is like buyable with individual pilot points instead of being from some global pool and being super expensive. Actually, wait, can you buy it in Z2 or... Man, I need to play that again. What I actually want to do is like, I need to like do some of this and then finish the Super Robots 31 and finish OG's Gaiden, which I'm like halfway through. And then I want to play like, probably the Z games because Alpha might get translated. And that makes it easier for people to... Yeah, hold on, I'm going to look it up now because I'm bothered about it. Fortunately, I can just put this on auto, which only has 1 speed, and I can look it up while I can let it run while I look that up. Attack Again was viable in Z1 as well. It's continuous action was the big new thing in Z2. Let's see, how can I pilot abilities? Okay, no, SP regen exists, but it can't be bought in Z2. And it straight up doesn't exist. Oh no, it does exist in Z1, it's just in a different place in the list, so I was looking in the wrong spot. Yeah. Ingram, totally trustworthy guy. You can't buy SP regen in OG's 2, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's a unique skill in that game as well. But that game introduces continuous action, except unlike in Z2 where it only costs like 120 and so everyone has it, in OG's 2 it costs 380 PP. However, you're probably still going to buy it on everyone because it's really, really good. Let's go back to reading at my speed. The advantage is that since this is going on YouTube, if you want to read it at your pace, you can just like slow it down, so... Very smooth, Aya. Not suspicious at all. Right? I just realized that I've loaded the wrong version of this model with the old eyes. That's alright. These things happen. I don't think the Valsione had that much to do with it. Yeah, how much is it? Yeah, it's 80 SP. It's totally ridiculous. Like, the hardest part of building pilots in this game is finding enough skill slots for everything that you want on them. Oh, okay, you literally don't get the weapons until the middle of the, level. Okay. Yeah, they made it cheaper, and you now get PP for getting skill points. It's completely insane. Although, like, OG1 is a difficult game, and when I played the OG2 portion of this game, I was surprised by how difficult it actually was, because, like, the last time I played it on GBA, I was several New Game Plus cycles in. Oh yeah, did we ever find out what happened to this guy, Kenichiro Moridera? Because, like, we know what happens to the other two, but I forget if the other guy comes up at any point ever. Yeah. Something that I noticed is that, and I'm sure that this wasn't the case in GBA, most of the units that you get on Ryusei's route actually have increased water terrain. Like, compared to the same unit on Kyosuke's route. I thought there was a typo there, but I just misread it. Yeah, which I'm not going to use just yet, but something that was really funny was that when OGs came out and the, like, all attacks were introduced, everyone on GameFAQs, which is where the community was at the time, was like, just dump all your money into upgrading the shotguns. It'll be fine. Okay, yeah, these TTs have A in the water, whereas the ones that you get on Kyosuke's route have B in the water. And I'm sure that that wasn't the case on GBA, so I think they actually made it a little bit easier in that regard. Okay, so we got 2 new pilots. We have Rai, who, if you're... Let me bring that up. As my Sony PC vomits. So Rai is like everything that you could possibly need in a ranged attack character. And he's just generally great, right? He has Genius, which is just like a big hit and evade bonus. He has hit and run, so he can shoot and then move, which is good because his best weapons have long range, but can't be used after moving. Yeah, his melee stat is still passable in case that has to happen for whatever reason. He gets, focus and accelerate at level 1, and he gets Valor fairly early at 23. His ace bonus is great. Like, there is nothing bad to say about this character. Even his defense is pretty solid. Like, if you compare him to Ryusei, Rai's defense is actually higher to start with, although it grows more slowly, and he'll be worse by level 50, which is about where you normally end the game. It's just, yeah, like, there is nothing bad to say about this character. Even the fact that he's, like, in a beams dedicated unit on the water route doesn't matter, because you can just put the water jet that you get almost immediately on the Shitsworld and call it a day. Yeah, the Archer is thick. Okay, and the other character that we have is Aya, who is a bit more complicated. Aya's stats are noticeably worse, although her range is quite good. As her ace bonus kind of suggests, she's mostly here to be like a supporting character. She gets plus 20 SP off her ace bonus. Her SP growth is quite good. She natively has Concentrate, which reduces the cost of spells by 20%. And she comes with Trust, so she's your initial heal bot, and then later on she learns Attune and Resupply, which are amazingly good support spells. So, like, the real issue that she has in this first part of the game is that she doesn't really have a good unit, because the TTs are not very good, and you don't get the R3 until, like, way later in the game. As for the Shitsworld, it's exactly what it looks like. Hold on. Okay, it's receiving a message from the big giant head. It moves and hits with these, or it, fires this and then moves. Something interesting, which I think we'll talk about in the intermission after this, because that's when you start, like, actually caring about units. Is that? Yes, it is. Okay. I might go over, like, some of the math on how attacks and things work, so that there's more of a understanding of how stats work and how they factor in. What is the skill point for this map? I just realized that I forgot to look at it. It's defeat all enemies within 4 turns and without Ryusei getting shot down. Oh yeah, no, the these tanks in particular, oh, I need to hit one of them first, hold on. The Wildlings in particular suffer from being in a game that has like 3 other tank designs that are much cooler. And especially in comparison to the hover tanks that Shadow Mirror field. It's like, why? Okay, nice shooting, Aya. Good work. I think they're on 4 tracks. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that this and this aren't together. Oh yeah, and the Landleon exists, which is an amazing unit. I like unironically adore that design. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what they were planning with that one. That kind of thing is really good for like an alt history kind of design though. Oh yeah, definitely. Aya, please. Actually, that reminds me, does the TT have... Oh, it doesn't have a barrier, okay. Rai should be able to cope with the fighter jets, so I will send Ryusei over here to fight these. I like how Ingram is like, oh, work as a team to take them down, except that we're immediately going to split up because we're trying to get the skill point. That one's pretty much free. No, right? I actually had a whole turn of slack time though, so I wasn't that bothered. Because that was the enemy phase on turn 3. Yeah. This is the only map in the entire game that Rai is not very good on. Technically, it's a 10% chance 10 times, which isn't the same thing as... Yeah, here, they actually specifically mention it here, that they're tuned to function underwater, and I'm sure that wasn't true on the GBA version. So yeah, this map is like the first water map in the game, and it's also the only map that Rai is bad on because it's the only water map before you get a screw module. Is the Schutzwald? Yeah, okay, it has an A in the water, but its weapons are not so great in that regard. And its like main gun doesn't work underwater very well at all. Something that's cool about this is that Tenzen's unique lion type T is based on the unit that he used in Burning PT in the Divine Wars anime, which actually shows the match that Ryusei and Tenzen have. However, the tricky part to this is that I'm on a soft time limit. Because once the Tazenfossler hits this end of the map ends, so I need to shoot Tenzen down before that. Oh yeah, that looks good. Hold on, let me have a fiddle with this. It's weird. Where's the... Sorry about the mouse moving around. It's happening because I'm fiddling with the menu of this. Because it should not be having that issue with the background. I can always switch back to the non-lightly version if it keeps up though. So I'll just ignore it for now. And possibly switch back between sessions. You'll see when I load up an attack screen. Check out the ocean in the background. Oh, you can actually barely see it on stream. But there's like a thick line at each layer of the background, which shouldn't be there. Hopefully that helps. Yes, hello, Ludwig. No, I don't need you rubbing all over my microphone. Oh, that's annoying. Sorry, Midori just sent me something that says video games become a lot better when you accept that consumables are meant to be consumed, but the image attached to it is the Shiro being like, just because you're correct doesn't mean you're right. Oh, right. Oops. Ah! Because he missed his morale fell, so I can't use, the... Okay, you're just gonna have to fight the jet. Nice crit. That literally wouldn't have killed without the crit. Let's try this. Although it may not kill because Tenzan is pretty bulky. Oh wow, wow. That did a lot of damage. Oh, sick. Reinstalling a lot of games on Steam. Please. I like how is like such an idiot about this that even Ingram gets it. Oh, I thought it had like coughed and died. I hadn't realized that it had just like stopped charging. That sucks though. Oh, so did you get like a full-fledged computer, or are you still on a laptop? Oh wow, that's really sick. Yo, that's actually better than like my computer. I think. Hold on. Oh, nice. Because that's a real issue with laptops that are like BT. They tend to run really hot. Let me just double check, because I think this is running an RTX 2070. Yeah. Nice. Yeah, that's like a significant step up from what I'm using in this, and this was meant to be like something that I wouldn't have to update for a while. Yeah, it'd have to. There's probably like one part of it on the back that gets really hot where it sinks like all of the heat with an exchanger or something, but wrecked. Yeah, it's probably like insulated and has an exchanger somewhere towards the back. It sounds like there's no open fan though, because if there was, then it would be really hot there most likely. Yeah, that's definitely a good sign. Oh wow, nice start. I wonder how much the timeline would have changed if Rai had like read this message from Leona right now. I have no idea, but considering that it's sent like right now, right before the Divine Crusaders make their announcement, and she's working with them, it's probably like an advance warning about that or an invitation to join them. And Rai doesn't even read it. And let me check if it's on YouTube. Yes, okay. The Divine Wars version of the Grands of Shu's theme, Dark Prison, that plays during this sequence is incredibly good. What the hell is a plenipotentiary? It's pretty unusual for me to come across a word that I don't know. A person, especially a diplomat, invested with the full power of independent action on behalf of their government. Okay, that makes sense. Well, that's technically correct. In the sense that they're not the arrogators that we thought they were. A shoe saves the world. Like, I want to point out that Shu doing this quite literally saves the planet. Or human civilization thereon. Oh yeah, it's really cool. It looks even better in the, like, OGs 2 and Dark Prison and Moon Dwellers. Because of the higher detail? Okay. Defeat all Garakas within 2 turns. Yeah. Literally Giga Chad meme. like leaves without elaborating. Literally the meme. It's also really cool that they use Garokas for this sequence, since you don't see them again for a while, and it's because in the GBA they just use bugs. The partridge is actually his familiar, not Shu himself, and what's even funnier is that he can't stand it. Because its voice is super high-pitched and it doesn't tell him anything he doesn't already know. May as well watch the animation since we won't see another one of these for some time. Oops. Oh, right. I forgot that that was a thing. Man, the Antarctica snow background actually looks really nice. There's like 2 maps in the whole game where you can see it. So... That's actually amazing. I might be about to reset. Of course, you have to show her what she was doing in something else. Okay, come on, Riot, carry me. No! That's a reset. I think I need to move like more aggressively across the map. In the GBA version, if you get too close to Shu, he does shoot at you. Which is why I was kind of turtling off. It's really cool how they use the 3D map to actually show the Grand Zone rising up like this, though. I don't know if he still shoots at you in this version of the game though, so I guess we'll find out. Actually, since I can one-shot these, let's use Gain as well and steal some experience. Oh, okay, I can't one-shot these, my mistake. Oh, really? Okay, my bad. That's weird, I have a memory of it. Oh. It's probably like a transplanted memory. Oh wait, no. I'm probably thinking of the second part of the map. After he shoots down the Shirogane, I think there's like a couple of turns where he starts attacking people. But I might be wrong about that. Although, what level is he? It's not shown because I haven't fought him. Depending on what level he is, if that does happen and I can shoot at him, that might actually be a good way to get some early experience. There we go, that's better. Yeah, I'm probably remembering that. Yeah. You pull one out, no G2. Yeah, okay, no, he does just start shooting at this point. Please don't use a map. Oh god. Okay, fortunately he leaves immediately. Oh no. At least Galuf has, like, unironically the best death scene in any Final Fantasy game. Please tell me that I finally got that screw module. No, I have another repair kit. Okay. Oh, actually, I have enough for everyone to have one. Although something that's funny is that, Kryl has different base stats, so she's actually suited for different jobs than Galuf, but I mean, it's literally like 2 points, so it doesn't really matter that much. Oh wow, you're right about these Gaspin's TT. Wait, don't you lose one of these eventually? Maybe that's why. Yeah, that might be it. Oh, nice. What civ are you playing? Because, like, you could definitely, like, start tracking it into a, science victory, like, already. Wait. Wow, okay. They just omitted, like, more than half of the title of this mission for that subtitle. Oh, okay, that's why it has less mobility upgrade slots. The cut-in for the level for this one was called the Divine Crusaders, but the actual mission is titled this, which is more like Threat of the Divine Crusaders Army. Like, thanks for like not translating half of it. I'd probably be inclined to keep it as Zulu and just start churning out military units and go for some early conquest, honestly. I mean, possibly, except that, yeah, I was going to say that would be really hypocritical because, like, a huge part of the, like, advertisement that they did for this was like, oh, the Atlas localization is really terrible. Kai is a character that we don't have a slide for because you don't get him on Ryusei's route, even though on Ryusei's route you get the Gespence Mark IIs, which is like the best unit he could ask for. And I'll go over these characters in the intermission because at the moment there's not much interesting about them. I see, yeah, okay. That makes sense. He's really silly in Kyosuke's route where you can get a second Grungus and just put Kai in it and just absolutely smash face. But you just don't get him in this route. And what's weird about it is that there's no like pilot that you get instead of him. On Ryusei's route, you just add down a pilot for no reason. Oh yeah, no, like combo attack was so good that they removed it like completely from later games, except W where it works differently. Like it's in OGs too, but it's so bad in that game that it might as well not be. Because in OGs 2, all the enemy targets get to either evade or defend. Yeah, I actually think that might be the reason why, because in the GBA version, you don't permanently get the SRX, and there's a good chance that you just won't field Aya as a result. Whereas on Ryusei's route you do, but as I found out doing my playthrough of this last time, you actually do permanently get the SRX on Kyosuke's route in this version of the game. It's just like later in the end game, which I was not expecting. Hey, you don't have hit and run, do you? No. I hope I moved far enough on the first turn. Yeah, neither did I, because it's not even listed on Akarasu, but it does happen. Which I was really surprised by. It certainly made fighting the Argon Rivale much less of a pain. Yeah, let me see. You keep it on... Yeah, you get it briefly on stage 33, and then you get it back on, like, I think it's either stage 38 or 39, and then you keep it for the rest of the game. Unlike in GBA, where you only get it as an event unit for one stage. And there's a good chance that it will get beat up on that stage. Guess that almost had one. Yeah. No 36% chances for you. It's just these two left, right? Yes. Yeah, it's a bit janky. I mean, consider that OG's 3 would be the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th game. Nice typo. It should be a map weapon, not an map weapon. At least it's consistent. That's probably better, honestly. There's just one condition. It's like I've seen enough hentai to know where this is going. Well, even then, you don't say an. Oh, I see, because M is... Yeah, N-M, okay. Yeah, maybe. But I was under the impression that it was based on whether it was a consonant or a vowel. Except for... Maybe you're right. Well, the fact that it's an English abbreviation implies that they're actually saying, like, the whole English thing. It stands for Mass Amplitude Preemptive Weapon or something. Right, literally just explained it. And I've already forgotten it because I think that's the only time it ever gets brought up. Finally, a water jet. I'll leave off these characters for now, and we'll talk more about them when they start getting into actual units. Not usually, because he has early access to Spirit, which is very much worth its weight, especially early in the game. Oh, did I wake you up, buddy? Oh. Yeah, definitely. It's Yano is actually really interesting. So victory condition is reduce the killer whales to below 3200 HP, but you also need to defeat Tenzan's lion within 3 turns of arrival. But we do get to talk about a new character. So we've got who is another one of those characters that I'd probably describe as self-sufficient. The only downside is that his personality type is really bad, so his morale gains kind of suck. But he has potential, which levels up quite a bit. He has Infighter, which helps give him extra movement at the even-numbered levels. His stats, as you can see, they're very... hello, Ludwig. They're quite tilted in a super robot-ish way. Okay, so personality types determine primarily... yes, hello, Ludwig. Stop sticking your claws in my arm, buddy. So, your personality type determines your morale gains based on when you get hit, when you hit the enemy, miss the enemy, get damaged, evade an attack, shoot down an enemy, or like any enemy or ally on the map is shut down. Easygoing, you get morale, you get no morale for hitting the target, plus 3 morale for missing the target, plus 2 morale for being damaged by the target, and plus 1 morale for evading an attack, and the usual plus 3, plus 2 for shooting down enemy units. I forgot that it's actually not as bad as it was, because in the GBA version, all of the characters that are from Super Robot Wars F Final have the old F Final, have the old F Final ones, which is like plus 1 morale for being damaged, and then the usual morale for shooting down enemies, and nothing else. Buddy. Ludwig. Keep going, buddy, if you're gonna go. Could you not walk in front of my screen? Hey. Come on your mat. No, don't headbutt the boom either. However, other than that, just has like, he's got a really good ace bonus. Reducing love down to 45 SP makes it very affordable. His melee stat is noticeably high. Yeah, and he gets spirit really early at level 11. And like his other spells, like he doesn't get focus until level 20, and Bullseye and Flash he has for 10 SP. So his other stuff is quite cheap, so you can afford to just cast Spirit when he gets it. And, I mean, with potential as well, his high potential is quite good, because potential is much stronger than it initially seems. So, like, is a pilot that's like, he has some degree of flaws, but it's mostly related to his morale not being great. And his unit sometimes being a bit janky to use. He doesn't really have any, like, inherent downsides. I have an awful feeling that Tenzin might spawn over here. So compared to the last water map, where Rai didn't do so good, on this map, because I've equipped him with the water screw, his weapons are now like fully capable of being used in the water, so he's just going to blow things away. And he can now hide in the water, which adds a lot to his survivability. So you've chosen death. that's weird. What's... Oh, hold on. Okay. So OBS was being weird. There they go. Oh, don't defend. Gotta please. Oh, right. I forgot for a second there that in this game, you can't cast spirit commands after moving, which you can in newer games. Oh, very nice. Just run them straight over. I... So what I should do is I should join Yada and oh, okay, it's like that. I forgot that these were sniping type units. Right! Nice crit, you dick. Why do I feel like I never get criticals when they're like actually useful to me, and instead I get them when they screw everything up? Yeah, that's true. That is very true. Okay. Okay, this might actually be better. That's fairly normal. Oh yeah. Notice that Kai has Pierce, which is relevant because in OG2, only Rai and his family have that command. It's called Fury in the GBA version. But Kai has it in OG1 for some reason. Possibly because... Actually, no, that can't be right. I was going to say possibly because you don't get like Leona or Elzam, but you do, so he just has it for no reason. Although there's no Wild Wurger R in this game, or L or whatever the red one is. So having Pierce is like less useful. since you can't like mega cheese bosses with it. It's still useful with Armor Breaker though, since like reducing armor is a big deal. Rare footage of Latuni getting hit by literally anything. Yes. Oh, nice. Nice crit, Kai, you dick. Yeah, Simulated Universe also is like a long thing to do. Like running it takes a while and then it uses up a lot of energy if you want all of the rewards and stuff. Oh yeah, all the light cones from that are actually like surprisingly good. Are you kidding me? Oh wait, is it? Tenzan has support defend, okay. The earlier levels of Simulated Universe, you can do it pretty low level, especially the like guided playthrough ones, where it kind of tutorializes you. Carry me, right? Let's just grab this before something else does. Oh, this one shoots back. Okay, let's just take a safety save. There we go. Okay, somehow Gyato is on the podium. Also, look at the gap between Rai's kills and everyone else's kills. Just casually 15 kills up on his nearest competitor. Rai, like, seriously carries so hard on Ryusei's route, it's actually ridiculous. And it's notable too because you don't have a hyper carry character on Kyosuke's route. Although I feel like on Kyosuke's route, your units and pilots are generally better, but none of them have like this insane tilt towards them that Rai does. Yeah, but they both have like quirks to them. Like the alt's strongest attacks are all at point blank range, but they're not post movement. And the Weiss has pretty weird weapon ranges. Ah, nice coincidence. Yeah, I don't know how Gyara got so far ahead. So the objective is to defeat all enemies except Elzam within 5 turns, which is, defeating Elzam isn't really on the cards anyway. Oh, but we do actually have a pilot. We got Ingram. Here we go. So Ingram comes in at level 8, which is noticeably higher than the other units that you have. His terrain ratings are above average, his stats are above average, and he has like counter, which is good, but also infighter and gunfighter and commander. So he's just overall a really good pilot. The issue is that he starts with Sense, Scan, and Mercy, which are not incredibly good spells. And then he doesn't learn anything else until level 16, and he learns no defensive spells at all. Now, fortunately, his evasion is so good that it usually doesn't matter. And I'm obliged to use him anyway because there's a secret that we have to. I know, right? To get the Shikabino 08L, we need to. Let me just double check the requirement because it's something weird. Ingram has to be level 32 and have at least 20 kills by the end of stage 29. So, like, I would be using him even if he was bad because I want that unit. His particular weird thing is that his range is better than his melee, but he starts in a melee unit, which I think is actually kind of the game suggesting to you that maybe you should think about like transferring pilots around. So after this map is when we first get the opportunity to start like thinking about that. So hello Ludwig, go back to sleep, buddy. So I'll use that to talk about Latuni and Gyaro and Garnet as well. Also, Ingram's theme is incredibly cool. Since the jet squad can move freely over the water, I'm just kind of pushing them forward constantly to try and get onto like the faraway enemies as soon as I can. Where's Latuni? There you are. I'm going to lead with you. Oh no, armored modules are so scary, and we're just kind of shredding them. Oh, reminds me, do you come with TK? No, you don't. Okay. It's kind of weird, actually. Man, that was really badly translated. Oh wow, those ones are just going for it, okay. Wrong one. I'm just gonna... Who did I forget to move? Well, hopefully it wasn't important. See if Ryan reaches his ace bonus sometime in the next few maps. actually forgot that you get Daitetsu on this map, so we can definitely talk about that too. Find the slide. So Daitetsu is a really standard battleship captain. And something that is notable about him is that his melee stat is quite high, which is going to be relevant at the end of this run. And he also comes with NG save, which is more useful than you'd think, because his the Hagane does use up a lot of energy. And his skill is noticeably high, so he has a pretty good crit rate as well. So he can do a fair chunk of damage, actually, which is not very normal for battleships in OGs. In other games, it's like really common, especially more recent ones, where the battleships have been like borderline overpowered. But that's not the case here. Yeah, like he has pretty standard defensive spells and bullseye. Tetsuya has a fairly simple support list. But like as far as a battleship captain goes, it's everything you could want, basically. Lafina, who you have on Kyosuke's route at this point, is like significantly quirkier. The Hagane also has this unique post-movement attack in this game. It's not uncommon for people to do things like put an A adapter on Hagane so that you can use the torpedoes in any terrain, which they changed in OG2. Okay, you can't move, but I may as well start putting it to use. If it's stupid and it works, it isn't stupid. Oh, nice. Okay, that was easy. I had like a turn to spare, at least. Ryusei's out here like I am the great motivator. Get a load of this. Right, like, I literally was sitting on a black hole when it happened, and I only lost an arm. I think I'll manage. Okay, 38 kills. Oh, and he got enough PP, so we can just buy SP regen now. I thought he was missing his entire left arm. Not just his left hand. Okay. That's even better. Rare footage of me actually using the bullet system. What else did we get? Another cold metal knife and another mega beam rifle. I should never have to use this, but sometimes these things happen. Okay, so let's have a look at some of the other... Actually, I'll just do this real quickly. Okay, you definitely... Actually, you are going to want this. The Wildshine has 150 mobility already. Who gets the dual sensor? I guess it can go here and I'll just hope. Oh yeah, upgrading some units might be good. I want to upgrade its weapons as well, so I'll just treat that carefully for the moment. Yeah, those being upgraded separately is kind of gross. Okay, so let's have a look at Yato and Garnet and Latuni while we're here. So Gyatto is really unusual. Aside from like the support, attack and defend and counter, he has hit and run, but his melee is much stronger than his ranged, which is kind of wild. There's really no unit in the game that actually suits him. He would be interesting in later games that have unusual units, like some of the later units that have like long-range melee attacks, but there's just nothing that really fits him in this game. which is unfortunate, but it's still an interesting unit. And of course, if he's caught up in melee, he can like fast accelerate, hit something, and then, you know, move forward, which is kind of useful in its own right. And the fact that he gets early access to Spirit is actually quite good. And he's also got fairly good defense for a real robot pilot. Yeah, that is true. He, of the like 2 characters that only appear in this game, I think he's definitely the more interesting one. Although he largely like shares a role with Carla, with like having like weird defensive stats and having you know, movement altering abilities, so I can see why they dropped him. Then we also have Garnet. There's nothing to really say about Garnet. She's like 100% a spellcaster. Her entire role is to, like, she has a ton of SP and gets SP up and gets a lot of support skills. So like fighting stuff isn't really ever something that you want her to be doing. But as a dedicated support character, she's really good. The only issue is that giving up a unit slot for a dedicated support character isn't as good in Super Robot Wars as it is in Fire Emblem, where it's like totally worthwhile to give up a slot for a dancer so that your hypercarry unit can move twice. Yeah, I mean, her ace bonus is really good, to be fair. The problem is that, like, good luck actually getting her to 50 kills. And then finally we have Latuni, who is the real benefit here. So Latuni has a terrible ace bonus, but everything else about her is amazing. She has balanced melee and range with a slight tilt towards melee, which is mollified by having Gunfighter and naturally learning up to Gunfight 6. And she has Genius, which is incredibly strong. The only real downside is that she doesn't get Accelerate, but she gets Focus, Sense, Valor, and Enable, which is an incredibly powerful spell. So she's just overall an incredibly good pilot. The only downside is that the unit that really suits her, because she has high evasion and no defense, is the Wild Raptor. And the game will continuously try and push Ryusei into it for plot reasons, so you have to like constantly micromanage it, and it's really annoying. Also, she has a really weird issue where when she, in her current form, where she has the opaqued out glasses, her support, attack, and defend can reach level 3, but the Latuni with see-through glasses, after she opens up, is like internally a different character, and they max out at level 2 support, attack, and defend. Since that's her final form, Laura only listed the first 2 levels, because if she gets up to level 3, and then like before her you know, like opening up and developing clear glasses, then she just loses the 3rd level. It's really weird. So Latuni is the real winner here. Gyara and Garnet are mostly like space filler, but they're still pretty good. The only issue that you really have at this point is that it's like, how do I... Yeah, I don't. It's so... I didn't even know it was a thing. That's definitely an oversight. Maybe not all of Super Robot Wars, but I only say that because like a lot of the earlier games are really, really cursed compared to the modern games. Like anything before Alpha 2, there is a non-trivial chance that just really cursed things will happen. So like, what I would want to do here is put Latuni in the Wild Raptor, but then there's no, and like maybe put Ryusei in the Wilder Shrine and put Ingram in a Mesa, but I don't really want to do that, even though Ingram can totally use a jet and just win fights. You know, maybe I will do that because that sounds really funny. Ingram is such a good pilot that he doesn't really like have any issues with this. He can still get kills and contribute. Yeah, that's Super Wars 3. If Camille defeats Sirocco and you don't have, I think it's 4. It might be Rosamia, but I think it's 4 recruited and deployed, then the end of Zeta Gundam happens and Camille like becomes catatonic and all of his skills fall to the double-digit range, which makes him basically unusable. Yeah, between OG1 and OG2, it just disappears. It actually comes back in OG Gaiden. But no, you keep it for this entire game. It's actually quite a good unit, honestly. I actually don't know where it goes between OG1 and OG2. It's just like not present for some reason. I should have upgraded the Hagane a bit more. I forgot that you have this solo map where you only use the Hagane. And this skill point is actually not trivial since it's to defeat all enemies, but you have to get the Hagane to this point as well. And the enemies are pretty beefy. Oh yeah, the Hagane's impact cannons work underwater as well, which is really nice. Despite looking like beam weapons, they actually have an A in the water. Which I assume is because they're like tritium fueled rather than using like the standard beam weapons. Oh yeah, like it's designed for submersible operation, but this game generally beam weapons don't work in the water. So it's kind of interesting to me that the impact cannons actually do work in the water. And my assumption for this is because they're tritium powered rather than whatever, like however beam weapons work. Okay. I did not make it in time. I don't really know what I could have done differently there. Maybe if I use the torpedoes more aggressively so that I have another impact cannon shot later in the stage. Let's see if this helps. Oh, okay, you don't actually have to get there if you kill all the enemies. Oops. I actually had it the first time. I just didn't think it would work like that, because there's a stage in OG2 that I game overed on, like, twice, because you actually do have to move everyone to the exit point, even if you defeat all the enemies. Wow, it really was just his left hand, holy shit. I see that your Rai is also up at 34 kills. What's mine on? 38. Okay, apparently I don't get to deploy Latuni on this map. That's weird. I can't swap pilots too. I wonder if this is because I had swapped him out of the Raptor. Oh, that's right. She's in Gespenst and he's in the 009. Yeah. Yeah, you can see it here. Can I have a second fuel tank I can put on this? Yes, very good. I like how they devote a whole stage to him getting the 009, and then like 3 stages later he gets the Grogast and uses that for the rest of the game. This one is just what I have to do: defeat all enemies within 5 turns. Should be doable. Oh nice, this one also has an A in the water. Enjoy like this one stage where Pilot's something that can actually dodge, because it's one of the few chances that you'll have to actually hear his evasion dialogue. There are plenty of things the Grimgust is good for, dodging isn't one of them. Where are you two? Where are you going? Okay. Okay. Imagine hitting two fighter jets with a shotgun. The fact that it's all enemies except Tempest makes this a lot easier. Oof. Yeah, he comes in with high enough morale to use Sonic Breaker, so the amount of damage he does is kind of hideous. Dead? Nice. Nice, adding a whole second sentence that wasn't there. Easy clap. What's the range on leaps? That's 3, plus it is. Let's upset Tempest a bit. Oh, seriously? Why do I even have the chaff grenade if the boss that you want to use it on has weapon block? I actually really like the Wilder Shrine. It'd be nice if it came back in later games other than Gaiden. Let's see what the things is about. Let's see. Yeah, so it's literally like the prototype Shukabine. I'm particularly fond of the really big, like, back veins that it has as thrusters. They look really cool. And the almost, like, super robot style V-fin is really sick as well. Wait, do you have a barrier? Oh, it has a beam coat. Okay.
終わりではない。ブレイクフィールドオン。砕け散る。まだお前は俺と戦えるレベルではない。
Damn. Ingram with the smack talk. What's up, buddy? Oh, can you not get comfy? Is that even safe? No, no it isn't. Okay. You can just hang out there then. What do you even have? Oh, you have revenge. That's why you were hitting so hard. And attacker, which doesn't help. They stack. Oh, and by the way, unlike in the GBA version of the game, if you get counter, then you still get your revenge damage. In the GBA version, you only got revenge damage if you attacked second. But, in this version, even if you get counter, you still get the revenge damage. So the skill is much better in this version. Okay, I'm slightly happier with this. I reject my humanity, Jojo. Ouch. He didn't get kicked off the moon for no reason.
き残ってきたわけではなさそうだな。敵に反撃の機会を与えるとはな。まだお前は俺と戦えるレベルではない。
確実な攻撃をしなきゃ。
いると縛りにする。
パターン A。
脱出する。
It's too big. Man, where is it? Hold on. A long time ago, I had a GIF of the scene where Senga appears in a jet and takes out the space the catapult that you're planning to use to get to space in Kyosuke's route, and it's you don't see, like, in the actual map, he just like flies up and it explodes and he flies off, but someone made a GIF of like a battle scene. Yes, okay, you actually had it. Hold on, let me save this and then I can put it on screen. I have no idea who made that, but you're an awesome person. I love, so, cover your ears because I'm about to spoil the game, the 20-year-old game. Like, if you already know what's up with Ingram, then these sequences where he's like pretending to be human are really funny. Okay, now I can change pilots around. So I'm going to put M back in this one. And Latuni in this because it's super evasive. And then I'm going to put Ingram in the Hukabine. Right? He's the greatest man I've ever met. Statistically speaking, that says more about you than it does about him. You're going to be mostly at range, so let's swap the Rosh Saber with the Wilder Shrine so that you can make better use of that. Put a gun on you as well for water purposes. Do I have a spare beam rifle? I do. Maybe I should put that on this, yes, that he has. Ghost movement tool. Actually, it would probably be better to put the machine gun on because we do fight a lot of water enemies. Okay, there we go. Since it's 4 AM, I'm gonna stop there, but what I want to do is we'll do some, like, math, so I can talk about, like, the way that the game works. So if you don't care about that, now's a great time to click off the video. If you do care about that, stick around. I'm just gonna swap out of slides really quickly. Let's mute you, and mute you. There we go. Yeah, it's like she's specifically attracted to his personality. Somehow. Oh. Okay. So this is how the math shakes out. It's this is mostly to provide like some context for. Let me just move up my subtitles. There we are. So they're coming over the, yeah, all right. This is mostly to like give you some better idea of how pilot stats work. So we'll go over accuracy and evasion right now because that's the main thing. So you have the basic accuracy rate. So your pilot accuracy and pilot evade both get divided by 2. In the case of accuracy, though, you add 140 to the post-division result, but in evasion, it's the unit mobility. So that's why evasion is like much higher than other stats. If we go back to let's just use Ingram's. If we go back to Ingram, you can actually see the accuracy and evasion look totally different from. Go back. There we are. Put this on screen where I can read it. You'll notice that accuracy and evasion are much higher than the other stats, which is due to them having to be part of this formula. So then you multiply in the terrain rating because that is a percentage. So it essentially multiplies it by a fraction. And then you just add the basic stuff. These combined have some kind of interesting implications. So if you for accuracy to overpower evade, it has to be basically you have to be 100 what am I saying? You have to have a positive value after you have the plus 140 versus the opponent's mobility, right? So the other thing to keep in mind is that when you're using, is that for accuracy, the terrain rating is applied in a weird way. I'm explaining this really badly, but let's go over to the terrains. So, the terrain rating, you add the unit and pilot values together because they're numerical in the background. And that gives you the result. This does have a kind of weird thing where it's anything that is below an A will drag the rating down below A. But if you have one S and one A, then you get an S. It's really weird. It essentially mean that's also why there's so much like AA, BA stuff in the pilot terrain ratings, because having a pilot that has a B terrain in any common terrain, so like not water, instantly makes them significantly worse. Because the terrain rating is used in tons of things, but especially for accuracy. So you immediately, and it's 10% going, a 10% penalty going down from A to B. Yo, that's because Tetsuya isn't a pilot. Like, he only has them as placeholders. But the other thing is that for attacks where the animation doesn't have your unit travel into the target's terrain, so like range attacks, like I've got a screen cap of the old Tyson using its range attack up here, then the terrain modifier that is used is the terrain for the tile that you're standing on. But if you go into the target's terrain, like in a melee attack, then it uses the target's terrain modifier. So you can do weird things. Like if you have a weapon that has like let's say you have this hypothetical weapon that has a C terrain in like ground, but an A terrain in the water, and it's a melee weapon, and you're on the ground, but the target is in the water, then the melee weapon would get its full value because you travel into the target's terrain. For damage, it always uses the target terrain, which is why hiding in the water works so well against beam weapons, because it doesn't matter what you can and can't shoot out of. Right? I mean, it kind of makes sense when you think about it, but it's not the kind of thing you really expect the game to do, which is what catches you out. So the second half of the accuracy and evade thing is this stuff. So we got the basic rates previously, and then you multiply it by the defender's size mod, then you have the distance mod. Now, this is actually, the way that I've described it is technically not correct. What it actually is that at distance 5 from the target, you have a 0% distance modifier. And then for every square closer, you get plus 3% accuracy. And for every square further, you get minus 3% accuracy. So another way to think of it is that at point blank, you have plus 15% accuracy, and then it falls off by 3% every extra square. And yes, it can go negative. This is one of the reasons that sniping weapons are so unwieldy. They often don't have very good accuracy modifiers, like the boosted rifle only has plus 5 accuracy. And so at max range, you have like a flat minus 6% penalty to hit at the range of 7. And then it goes downhill from there, since you also have to think about the terrain bonus and so on. So then I thought I saw plus 5 when I scrolled past. Okay, well, ignore me then. I'm just wrong. Obviously, I was looking at something else. So this is how you put together the whole accuracy and evasion thing. But I think the main thing to be mindful of is that the generally speaking, the attacker has the advantage. Yeah. Like, it's really bad. It's not like it still is better than the penalty that you get for shooting at max range, but like you don't have much of a bonus to work with at that point. And since this is added uh in like this segment here, it's actually fairly significant per square. And the terrain bonus doesn't help because that's added at the end, and that's a percent modifier. So it can be a lot. But the attacker pretty much always has the advantage because accuracy and evasion tend to be relatively equal on a lot of pilots. Like, it's rare for one to be tilted really hard in one direction. Like, super pilots generally don't have good accuracy or evasion, whereas for real pilots, they tend to be good at both. But it's not until really late in the game that mobility begins to reach or exceed 140, and not until very late that, evade and accuracy scale high enough that the bonus isn't the majority of the stat. Since if you look at the characters now, they have like 180, accuracy. So half of that is 90, and then you add 140. And that's your like basic accuracy rate before any other modifiers. So it's not until way later that the like raw modifier starts to become worth less than the character's stats. It's also why upgrading mobility may not be the most useful thing early in the game, because mobility is arguably worth less per point on a unit than other stats might be, due to having to compete against this like flat plus 140 modifier. But for units that start with high mobility, upgrading mobility makes it really strong, especially if you can get mobility up over 140. You end up like massively outpowering the accuracy part of the equation. So yeah, that's the math lesson for today. I do just want to mention briefly, if we go to our skills slide, the telekinesis chart in the top right. Because TK rises fairly quickly throughout the game, this is like a permanent bonus that always applies. So pilots that have telekinesis actually do much better than their raw stats suggest. Where these get added, by the way, is in it's fairly early in the. Let me jump back to accuracy and evasion on my screen. It gets added into the basic accuracy rate, so it's not like as significant as a later modifier, but it's still pretty significant. And especially for, it's especially useful because of the way the twin battle system works. If you put two telekinesis units together, then the pilots are treated as being one level of telekinesis higher than they actually are. And that's an immediate, plus 3% accuracy and evade. And at high levels, you're getting 20 plus percent. It's a lot. And it's on all the time. You don't have to do anything to activate it. So it's kind of good. It's kind of good. Okay, so I am going to call it quits there because it's 4:20 in the morning and I need to go to bed. I'll try and get back to doing 30 because we're right near the end, but I do want to do a replay of this now that my setup is less crap. I think the OG2 portion was okay, but the OG1 portion was like super scuffed. I had no voice or anything to begin with. So, yeah. I will see you guys soon, I hope. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like the video if you did. It really helps the channel out. Leave like a comment or anything if you have questions. I'm happy to answer them. And I will see you guys next time. Thank you for watching.